petrol dealers have their own plight as they face huge crunch in operating with high working capital and no rise in margins that they earn by selling petrol. Petrol dealers say that they have been given assurances for readdressing their dealership margin issue by the government but has been ignored. Hence, the petrol dealers have decided that from 15th October, all petrol pumps will operate on a single shift, thereby attempting to reduce manpower cost and cost of electricity. The customers will have to plan their purchases accordingly. Let's know more on the fuel hike and the plight of petrol dealers from Ravi Shinde, who is the president of Petrol Dealers Association, Mumbai. Mr. Shinde, thank you so much for joining the show. We know that the government has hiked diesel by 5 rupees per litre. And you have been always mentioning about the plight of petrol dealers, of how they keep struggling with the margins that they earn. Even after this hike, you don't see any step from the government coming forward towards increasing the margins of petrol dealers?
That is a sad part of it, because we were assured the last time when we took back our agitation in April here, we were told that time is not politically right, and that increase of the petroleum prices will see to it that your margins go up, which is as per the recommendations of the ministry and as per the recommendations of the oil company. But somehow we learned that nothing has happened in relation to increase in margins as promised by the highest authority. Where do we stand here and what do we do? Those are the glaring questions in front of us with our backs to the wall.
So what have you decided now? I know that you mentioned to me last time when we spoke that you have decided to go on a one shift basis from 15th of October.
That's right. It means when you can't increase your margins, and here you see a scenario where your working capital is rising with every cost increase, and you see your evaporations are also increasing because of that. You are left with no option than to cut the cost. So major two operations by which we can cut our costs is one, manpower, and another electricity. Because electricity also burden, as you see in the night, we are working 24 hours a day. So, and in the night we consume a lot of electricity. And the manpower. So these are become so costly. So we decided that if in this price rise, if our margins are not taken care, we will be operating only one shift, that is a 9 to 5. And the consumers will have to plan their purchases accordingly. On the highway, most of the sales happens in the night. We are given an option that you can operate one shift in the night. So accordingly, we have left to state bodies and the federations to do this. And this is not only for Mumbai, Madhya, it will be across India.
Yeah, but how determined you are, sir, for this one shift working?
Well, the determination comes later. It is the call of the day. If I don't do it, I won't survive. That's the situation in front of us.
So, but then at last, the consumers will suffer.
That is absolutely correct, and I would hardly want to take this step. You can imagine the plight of our own workers who are going to be working and who will have to be retrenched. Imagine the scenario there, and also our consumers who have been with us for so long, they will have to line up like you see at a CNG station. Huge line of auto rickshaws trying to fill up their vehicle. That will be a scenario, it will be the order of the day. But then who is to blame?
Right. Right, thank you, sir.